bakit ko kailangan baguhin yung Instagram feed ko?
Correct.
Ang Instagram feed ko is my personal work.
Exactly.
What makes me happy. I want to see it. I want to look at it. I want to look at the people that I love shooting.
Yes.
Di ba? It's not for you.
Yes.
It's for me.
Hindi pa ako marunong mag-camera, Sander ka na eh. Alam kong you're one of the... Nilibro mo pa ako, pare, alam mo yun, di ba? Nagpa-autograph pa ako sa'yo na.
We use 20 lights para lang dun sa relo na yun.
Mismo.
So, parang nung nagko-comment yung consultant na parang, sabihin mo magdagdag siya ng ilaw. Hindi yun, 12 na po yung ilaw na ginagamit niya.
Na-brand ko talaga as a celebrity photographer.
Ito, cost ko, walang tawaran.
Correct.
Ngayon, ang baliktad eh.
Sinong kaya magawa at this cost?
Ito, 1 million, anong magagawa mo dyan?
Hindi ka ba nalunod na sa sobrang dami ng gustong gawin yung ginagawa mo, fashion photography, even advertising, na parang namove aside na si Sander?
Alam ko yung market ko eh.
Yes.
Kumbaga. And I don't have to change that.
Yes.
And there's always a market for that.
Correct.
Even if the market changes or the trend changes.
Hello, we're here for another episode of Let's Go Podcast. Our guest for today's episode helped shape the look and feel of fashion photography in the early 2000s. I would say that he's one of the more influential artists of his generation. His name is Sander Angeles. Sander, salamat for joining us today. Kamusta?
Thanks for inviting me, Direk.
Parang like ito nakita na lang ba? Like you've been running, you've been cycling, you've been doing swimming training. Ano ba? Like retired ka na ba? Magta-triathlon ka na ba? Ano bang plano mo?
Maintenance lang. Maintenance. Kasi we've been doing that for the past 10 years. So now, medyo... there are a lot of things na medyo nadadivert yung focus natin.
Okay.
So may konting maliit na business here and business there. And then we're expanding the studio and the production.
Okay. Pero parang yan, kailangan natin kailangan nating ingatan yung health, I guess. That's why you're doing also this. Pero are you gonna get into a competitive level of competition ba? Are you preparing for a race?
No, not really. Actually, retired na ako sa race. Kasi yun nga for the last 10 years, diba? Almost 6 na Ironman, and then endless marathons, and then yung mga Olympic standard races. Tinira natin yan mula nung 2014 eh.
Okay.
So, I'm not getting any younger.
Okay.
I cannot compete with the kids 10 years younger than me. 10 years younger than me. Kumbaga, sinasabi nga nila, ba't ba tayo sumasabay dyan sa mga yan? 20 years younger than us.
Malalakas talaga yung mga yan,
Malalakas
pare.
talaga sila.
Saka yung iba doon, yun ang career nila, pare. Hindi sila
So
nag-shoot.
ngayon maintenance na lang.
Okay.
So actually, we're still in the health,
healthy lifestyle.
Community. Meron kaming tinatayo sa Zambales na parang triathlon hub.
Nice.
So we found a place lang there that you can actually stay and then para siyang active vacation. So instead of you going to the beach and then parang
mag-inom,
magwasak, magwalwal.
Mag-open water ka. Parang ganoon.
Galing. This is your chance to parang experience the open water in Zambales.
Correct.
And then do the route of the Audax.
Okay.
Audax route ng cycling.
Galing.
And it's a beautiful beach to run to.
Saan sa Zambales na, pare?
Kabanggan.
Okay.
So it's right after your Liwa.
Okay. Galing. Gandang idea yun. Okay.
So it's totally different from the other concept.
Tama. Kasi ako, I recently got into running. I'm not gonna say naman na I'm a professional runner or a competitive runner. Pero tumatakbo ako to, I guess, clear my head. Parang, kasi pag tumatakbo ako, hindi ako nakikinig ng music eh. Talagang gusto ko narinig ko yung kalsada,
Right.
yung ingay ng Ortigas, ganyan, di ba? Minsan nga, nakakagawa ko ng pitch deck ng tumatakbo lang eh, di ba? Naisip ko eh. Kasi walang kumakanta, wala akong distractions, di ba? And then yung 45 minutes na yon or 50 minutes na yon of running, wala akong kausap sa Viber kasi of course I cannot text while running, di ba? So yun yung parang blocked off me time ko in a day, di ba? Ikaw ba, is that something na you also try to do? Kasi parang sa sobrang busy ng mundo mo, pare.
Pero that's yun dun na buo yung running group namin and the triathlon team.
Oo.
Dahil when we started running because of, 'di ba, tama ka nga, overload,
Yes.
sensory overload tayo sa
work,
sa production So once a day you get to parang sa amin meditate eh.
Oo.
So we do runs in the morning, in early morning when your head is clear, walang distraction. And then actually, doon ka nakakapiga ng creative juices mo.
Exactly.
We do our creative brainstorming during the runs.
Talaga ba?
Kasi yung are all creative people eh.
Correct.
Yung nasa A365 eh.
Correct.
Those are people from GMA, from ABS-CBN,
Right.
from production, mga creative director, mga art director. So nagbabatuhan kami ng okay itong gawin ah. So maraming nabuo doon sa running community na yun.
Actually, ganyan yun eh. Parang everyone gravitates towards everyone kapag pareho kayo ng page in terms of bakit ba tumatakbo, di ba? And then, that's when you connect to other people and then you build your network, di ba? Gano'n kadalas tumatakbo ang A65, pare?
Ang A365,
usually... A365,
we run every day eh.
Oo nga.
So ang tawag, kaya siya 365 eh. So ang hashtag namin is run every day.
Galing,
So every 6 a.m., there's a group that runs in UP Diliman. You can just go and then look for the people in black.
Production pa rin.
Production.
Tama. Pero ngayon, in terms of work, bro, kamusta? Kasi hindi pa ako marunong mag-camera, sander ka na eh. Alam kong you're one of the... May libro mo pa ako, pare, alam mo yun, di ba? Nagpa-autograph pa ako sa'yo. Kamusta ba in terms of work? Are you still as busy? Are you just choosing which projects to accept? Kasi nga, gusto mo medyo, the athletic life to venturing other business and then you're still handling your studio. Kamusta ba ngayon? Ano bang meron?
Ano ngayon? Kasi dati parang ayaw mong humindi ng project. Parang kaya mong rumakit ng mga 2 to 3 shoots in a day. So that's super toxic. Parang before, parang hatiin mo yung araw mo ng 2 shoots. Magbubuka ng between 7 to 2. Tapos another 2 to 7. And then minsan, kung meron pang hahabol na magpa-portrait ng mga artista, after their taping, na 9 to 12 ka pa.
Correct.
Parang, and then you just leap and do it all over again.
Correct.
So, but now, since we've been expanding our production team and our photography team, I trained a couple of people and then sila na yung nag-handle ng ibang shoots.
Okay.
Dine-delegate ko na lang yung work.
Okay.
So, I don't have to do it. So, I have more time to do other business.
Correct. Tama naman di ba? Parang delegation. And that's, I guess, importance na na-establish mo yung Edge of Light Studios as a studio rather than just sander, di ba?
Yeah.
But of course, you still do your shoots, di ba? Kasi minsan, ikaw nire-request, di ba? So, ngayon ba parang talagang kapag clients inquire, you would declare na, guys, si Kevin gagawa nito or si Momon gagawa nito. Paano ba? How do you do it now? How do you delegate it?
Paano ba? How do you put it? I think we are lucky. Parang we established lang yung Edge of Light for the last 20-something, 25 years. Na there's a certain standard that we do, especially for advertising work.
Correct.
So may standard na siya.
Correct.
So kahit na when we present our pitch or we present our portfolio to a client, parang hindi na siya, it has to be sander.
Okay.
So parang as a studio, we can actually deliver the same kind of standards or quality of work because yun na yung
as Edge of Light, di ba?
As Edge of Light.
Edge of Light.
So kumbaga when they look for us, parang sila yung gumawa ng namin eh. walang masakit na ulo.
Yes.
So, isa lang kinakausap natin.
Gets.
So, mag-shoot ka ng talent and then you have a product photographer
Correct.
and then they'll take care of everything. So, parang isa na yung kausap mo.
Correct. Tama yun.
Which is very convenient to the clients.
So, ngayon, saan po pasok ngayon yung Sander Angeles as a brand? Anong klaseng body of work ang gagawin mo para hindi Edge of Light to? Ito, Sander to. Mga na ba? Mga editorials ba? Ikaw na yun? Mga ganyan.
Quick story lang.
Sige.
So there's a PR company na international siya who brings in a lot of international. Sander, why are you doing can you change back to the high fashion look? Parang sa akin para may present namin sa international clients namin. Sa akin parang hindi naman parang ang laki na nung portfolio ko for high fashion. Been doing this for 20 years, 2 decades.
Right.
So, baga, ano bang klaseng photography yung gusto mong... Di ba? Bakit ko kailangan baguhin yung Instagram feed ko?
Correct.
Ang Instagram feed ko is my personal work.
Exactly.
What makes me happy, I want to see it. I want to look at it. I want to look at the people that I love shooting.
Yes.
Di ba? It's not for you.
Yes.
It's for me.
Yeah.
That's why it's my Instagram feed. And then nire-request na to change it. Sabi ko, if you wanna look at my work, we have a website.
Correct.
And we have a Edge of Light IG page. Nandun lahat ng fashion work. Diba? But I don't have to change my Parang alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Parang,
yeah.
bakit gano'n? Ba't puro ganito yung ilaw mo? Ganyan. Wala ka bang medyo malinis? Sabi ko, we have. This is my website and this is our corporate work. This is our,
Yes. May follow-up question would be, kasi parang, alam mo naman sa mundo ng advertising, syempre, sometimes we are a tool. We are artists, but we are also tools to achieve the goal of the client. Diba?
Right.
So, how do you balance that? Meaning, how do you balance yung kailangan ma-please ko si client kasi ito yung requirement niya, but I need also to put my artistry here kasi I'm also an artist. Diba? The reason why they hired me is because of my style or of my capabilities as a photographer.
Right.
So, paano mo minimix yung dalawang yun, di ba?
Before it was ganon. No? People hire you or the agencies hire you for that, no? Yung creative input mo. Pero ngayon parang hindi na eh. Parang dati kasi nung 90s or early 2000s, parang the big idea is king.
No, yeah.
Parang concept is king.
Correct.
Parang ganon. Ngayon, how much yung pwede mong ipasok dito? I-produce to.
Correct. Kaya ba ng budget?
Kaya ng budget. Yun na yung usapan ngayon.
Yes,
Dati, walang budget limit. We shoot mga campaigns for millions of pesos. No questions asked. Ito cost ko, walang tawaran.
Correct.
Ngayon, ang baliktad eh.
Sinong kaya magawa at this cost?
Ito 1 million, anong magagawa mo dyan?
Correct.
Diba? Papasok mo ba yung print mo dyan? Papasok mo yung
Correct.
It's a different world.
Tama.
20 years ago.
Correct.
Dati kami, we can charge us how many millions for photography lang.
Nice.
Ngayon, kailangan mo na ipasok yung TBC doon sa budget namin.
Yeah. I understand.
So ang question ngayon is, what do you feel like na i-contribute mo doon sa parang kasi what we are parang hard assassins tayo eh. Para tayong ganun eh. Para tayong, kumbaga, sabi nga nila, tirador eh.
Yes.
Try mo to. Diba? And then execute it.
Correct.
Pero ang dami na kasing may say eh. Diba? Parang you have to execute the agencies and then
Siyempre, ideas also of the
client.
Brand. Kasi alam din na naman nila yung brand nila eh. Hindi naman sila hindi naman sila walang alam na parang bahala na kayo dyan, di ba? They know their brand more, di ba?
Yeah.
And then the agencies also know the brand kasi nga, they work together. So
Yeah,
now,
sa kanila galing yung...
correct, yung big idea, di ba? Strategy, ganyan. And then,
so in terms of that advertising, hindi na ako masyado... I just execute.
Correct.
So there are clients that hire me for me.
Correct. So also, pupasok na dyan yung tipong 3 photographers, Sander is one of them. They're all good, pero I'd rather work with Edge of Light kasi hindi masakit sa ulo. Parang ganyan, di ba?
Parang gano'n. Saka they know what they're doing.
Correct. Tama.
Kasi merong mga pitch na parang can we include this guy na Instagram photographer to do this para makita lang natin yung ano, di ba? Parang okay. And then at the end of the day, they call me back parang
sana ikaw na lang.
Sander, pwede mo bang i-reshoot?
Gets.
At this cost, sabi ko, ba't ninyo na lang ako kinuha? Noong umpisa, bakit nyo pa pinarepresent sa amin yung photographer? Kasi akala namin it's the same.
Tama.
Kasi kayo pa rin masusunod
Tama.
It's not him. Kasi at the end of the day, they have to deliver your vision sa client, not their vision.
Tama.
Diba? Not their style. It's your vision.
And this applies to advertising mostly.
Mostly advertising.
Anong category of photography you think would require more of Sander's touch, of the photographer's contribution in terms of the idea? Nasa editorial ba? Nasa fashion shoot ba? Saan mo tingin mo? Kasi sa advertising, you're right client, the campaign of the agency, and then the production team will execute, di ba?
Right.
Sa fashion ba, like, how does that work?
Ngayon kasi I try to not to do a lot of editorials. Kasi editorials are mostly parang, sa akin parang it's just your portfolio.
Business card
for, or your way to work with new celebrities or top fashion people.
Yeah.
But I've done that.
Yes.
I've done that for the last 20 years. Parang, let the kids do it. Diba? So, ang lahat ng sinushoot ko ngayon is just for me.
Okay.
And then, the rest are all advertising work.
Yeah. But when you were doing it before, kasi dinaanan mo yan talagang yung grind nung shoot tayong editorial, shoot tayong magazines, di ba?
Right.
Paano naging process nun? Kasi for us, I used to be a photographer also. You know, I came from UL also. You mentored me for a couple of years. Paano ba yung process ng fashion industry before when you were really grinding it out? Mas collab ba to between the editor-in-chief and then art director and then input ng photographer?
Yeah.
Or executioner ka lang din doon? How was it before?
Mas masaya dati.
Okay.
Mas masaya dati.
Sige, can you tell us more about it?
Kasi they hire you because of your style.
Correct.
Yun ang maganda sa editorial. Not because kumbaga, they have this, hindi siya, sobrang total opposite siya of the advertising work. So what we do there is parang, I want to see the clothes.
Yes.
I want to see the clothes, I want to see the look.
Yes.
Ano yung plano natin sa hair. And then, from there, kumbaga, that's your canvas, I'll paint it.
Yan. Okay.
Parang ganun. That's the way we did it before. Parang, I'll collaborate closely with the stylist, especially the fashion stylist, no? Yung mga fashion editor. So, we'll work on the clothes. Okay, we're gonna feature all Filipiniana, or we're gonna feature this brand, or we're gonna feature this designer. And then, eto wala pang gumagawa nito. Meron akong idea. Lagay natin sila sa tubig. Lagay natin sa aquarium. Lagay natin sa ganito. And then, sino yung tamang model for that? Let's do casting.
Gets.
So we do the casting. Oh, ito maganda dito. Lagay natin dyan yung mga bagong MTV BJs. Lagay natin dyan yung mga cool kids.
Yeah.
Parang, and then we'll submerge them in water and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Parang, Okay.
So from point A talaga, from the conception of the idea up until execution, you're present in every step.
Right.
No? Talagang whole mixing pot of ideas yon.
Oo. So ngayon, even the editorials now are ads-driven, brand-driven.
Okay.
So, a magazine called me na, can you shoot this group of guys? Okay, mukhang alam ko yan Sponsored sila ng ganitong motorcycle brand.
Nakita ko to.
Di ba?
Nakita ko
Parang,
to.
okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, just for the love of the kids, ng mga boys na I used to shoot.
Yes.
Sila Gerald, sila ano. Di ba?
Yes.
Parang, okay, I'll do it.
Nakita
Just
yan.
for the boys. Kasi, close sila sa akin
Correct. So you really work a lot with celebrities, no? Talagang parang na brand ka talaga as a celebrity photographer.
Oo, kasi nung time na namin, nung early 2000s, those are the times na yung mga PBB,
Yes.
lahat ng mga reality shows, Starstruck. So yung mga, ang tawag dyan, yung mga babies niyan are now the stars.
Correct.
Di ba?
Tama. Naalala ko before, nag-shoot pa tayo ng nung Black Book ng GMA.
Oh, yun.
Di ba? Naalala ko yun. I was there with you.
So, batang-bata pa sila Jeneline Mercado.
Yes.
Di ba? Parang umpisa pa lang sila noon.
Tama.
Tapos ngayon, they're like
Yes,
parang
correct,
sila na yung prime time stars ng GMA.
Correct. Sige, pero brother, kwento mo nga sa akin, kasi parang itong usapan natin, narandom ako, ito na yung parang nasa peak ka ng career And then now, you're really branching out to different things, di ba? Paano ka nga ba nagsimula?
Medyo mahaba bang kwento to, Brad?
Sige. As concise as possible. Rewind mo.
30 years.
Yan.
Wow, grabe. 30 years. I feel so old. Hindi na yan. Anyway, sa mga nanonood, we're in Ortigas. No? Actually, I was telling Direk that my first job, actually college pa lang ako is apprenticeship dito sa isang studio.
Okay.
So, si Dojo Palines is the advertising photographer of the Philippines president. He's the president of the advertising photographers noong 1996.
Okay.
Tama, 1996.
Okay.
So, yung best friend ko na fine arts ng UST, nag-a-assist siya doon.
Okay.
Wala akong problema, wala akong alam sa mga studio photography.
Pero you were doing photography na nun?
Hindi, I was a mountaineer.
Okay.
I was a tattoo artist.
No way. Okay.
I was a tattoo artist.
Okay.
So, yun ang racket ko nung college.
Ah.
So, nagtatattoo ako for how many years? And then, so yung best friend ko, sabi niya, Brad, buntis si girlfriend. Pwede bang, ka muna, relievo ka muna sa
assist.
kasi hindi magagalit si boss na walang sa akin. And sa mountaineering, meron akong camera. Nagsushoot ako ng I was an archivist. So I document all the climbs. So ang shoots ko puro National Geographic. So syempre lahat nung time na yon was like gustong maging National Geographic photographer. Or mabuhay photographer, maging travel photographer and all that. So before ako gumraduate, na at the same time namumundok ako, nag-assist ako doon.
Okay.
Pamalit lang.
Natuloy
yung pag-aasawa nung... So ako na-stuck doon.
Okay.
Ako na-stuck doon. So this guy, apparently, was the richest Pinoy na nagpo-photography in New York.
Okay.
So meron silang import-export ng mga high fashion na hats.
Okay.
That's being manufactured in the Philippines. So sabi niya, since lagi siya nasa New York because of the expos and all that, Nag-aral siya doon.
Okay.
And then he got really good at it.
Okay.
That's why when he came back, which is daming pera eh. So nagtayo siya ng studio and then naghanap siya ng mga ano. And then I was lucky enough to be one of his assistants.
Okay.
So dahil nga mayaman, medyo ayaw magtrabaho.
Okay.
So ang dami niyang project.
Okay.
So I was forced to learn everything from developing films.
Okay.
Kasi film doon dati. Wala pang digital noon. Film lang. So transparency, how to print black and white.
Okay.
And then shoot, assist. And then at the end of a few months, I was doing everything. I was doing the billing.
Talaga?
O, pucha, bill mo na. Oh.
Ikaw na rin yun.
Okay. Hatid mo na.
Tama
hatid mo na sa agency. Pagdating doon sa agency, di ka pala yung bata ni ano. Yes sir, sabi ganun. Sabi mo sa boss mo mag-present ng portfolio ng ganito, ganyan.
Ayusin mo na rin.
Boss, present daw tayo ng portfolio. Hindi tayo nag-shoot ng tao. Ayoko mag-shoot ng model. Okay. Di ba? Ayoko mag-manage ng ego ng mga model.
Sabi niya.
Ang sinushoot namin, puro technical eh.
Okay.
Puro, may mga Hong Kong clients kami, may mga European clients kami na puro jewelries.
Okay.
Yung pinakamahihirap na kunan na technical.
Kasi maraming reflections yun eh.
Correct. It's very, very technical.
Yes.
Especially for photography.
Correct.
And then we shoot with a large format camera, 4x5.
Tapos film pa.
Film. So we process our own film. And we send them out to Hong Kong.
Correct.
So ganun ka-technical yon. So sabi niya, I rather shoot. Sabi niya, gusto mo mag-shoot ka ng ano? Ng talent. Okay. And may studio. Sabi, model. Hanap na yung model. Shoot. I think shoot ako ng model doon. So we presented some of their work, ganyan. Tapos we started shooting models. Ayaw niya talaga. Ayaw niya talagang ng model or celebrity. Especially celebrities.
Yes.
So gusto lang niya talaga inanimate object.
Correct.
Ayan, ready.
Yeah.
Titirahin namin kunyari, ang bote na yan. Kukunan namin yan for a day.
Okay.
We'll make a lot of money out of that.
Okay.
Sobrang laki ng sinisingil namin. Kasi kami lang yung specialized photography studio dito sa Pilipinas with that capability. So I learned that from him. Yung technical shooting.
Okay.
So, after a year, I was not making money.
Okay.
He was just giving me 100 pesos a day.
As an assistant?
As an assistant. It's just pamasahe.
Yes.
Pamasahe lang yan. Nakatira ako sa Quezon City, dito kami
Ortigas.
Di ba? So magko-commute ka.
Tama.
Buti na lang, yung asawa ko, yung magiging asawa ko, works here in Shaw Boulevard.
Okay.
As an art director. So buti na lang, malaki yung sweldo niya.
Okay.
Kasi art director na siya
Yes.
art director na siya So sabi ko, pagtsagaan muna natin to. So sabi niya, tayo na lang tayo ng studio. Talaga ba? Sige, kukunin kita. Kasi art director siya Kukunin kita sa mga shoots ko.
Tama.
Di ba?
Oo.
Wala tayong studio. Sabi namin. And then, dahil nga ako nga nagpe-present ng lahat, I do everything from 0 to 100. Pati driver. Ako ba? Driver. So, sabi ko, para ako na nagpapatakbo ng studio.
Tama.
Di ba? Sabi ko, tayo na tayo. Tapos, nung nasa meeting namin with the other photographers, si Edwin Tuyay,
Yeah.
sabi niya, buwan naman na yung boss mo. Tayo ka na ng sarili mo, bata. Sayang ka dyan. Ikaw lang din gumagawa. Siya lang kumikita.
Tama.
Hi, boss. Anyway. Ay, kung ano. Sabi niya, kupkupin kita. Mag-shoot ka sa studio ko. Baala ka na kung magkanong paparent mo.
Okay. So parang nag-satellite office ka sa studio niya.
Which is in Anonas.
Oo.
So I started shooting my first editorials in Anonas.
Okay.
Nung wala pa akong camera.
Oo.
Nanghihiram pa ako siya ng camera. Mamiya.
Tama.
Nung nakaipon na ako, bumili ako ng Mamiya ko. 120 medium format camera. And then, unti-unti, nakabili na ako ng isang ilaw, Broncolor. Start na nun, Broncolor na ako. Kasi yun yung top of the line lighting na ginagamit nung boss ko.
Oo.
So, hindi ako sanay sa ibang brand.
Tama. Until ngayon, Broncolor ka, di ba?
Hanggang ngayon, Broncolor ako. They're still the best.
Correct.
They're still the best. In terms of Pero marami ng bago ngayon yan.
Correct.
Na venturing Pero sa akin, they're still the best for photography.
For what you need, di ba? For your requirements.
Exactly. So hindi na ako na brand loyalty.
Right.
So from then, tinulungan ako ni Edwin Tuyay, thanks to him, master. Tawag sa kanya Ninong So I was able to save up slowly, save up for a car.
For a car, okay.
Di ba?
Kasi gamit yun eh.
Hindi, saka medyo, kung nag-shoot ka na ng mga corporate, putya, sumasakay na kami ng taxi.
Dapat,
taxi And then, I found a rental studio in Estrella.
Oh, okay.
Estrella is the new Rockwell.
Yes.
So, before the flyover, there was a row of bungalow.
Okay.
In that area.
Di ba taga doon si Jason? Hindi, baka luma pa. Sige.
So,
okay.
mas luma pa. So, di ba may school doon?
Oo, may school doon, sa kanan.
So, kung saan nakatayo yung flyover, bahay yun, bro. Kung saan nakatungtong yung
tagal na.
Tagal na.
Tagal na.
So, doon ako nag-i-studio.
Okay. That's your actual studio na?
Rental studio siya.
Okay.
So, pero majority ako gumagamit.
Okay.
Kasi,
you keep on bringing clients.
Marami ng magazines from Cosmo, Preview, Mega, before Rogue. Meron pang Rogue.
Yeah.
Alala mo yung Rogue? So,
Mm.
before it was Rogue, it was Manifesto.
Okay.
So, yun. So, doon namin sinushoot yun. And then, yun, Giniba.
Okay. Paano yun? Saan mag-shoot niyan?
Di ba?
Oo.
So, medyo naging squatter kami noon for a few months, and then we found a ground, parang si Ces Drilon,
Yes.
who's married to an artist, Rock Drilon,
Okay.
was living his studio in Antipolo Street in Makati. That's the whole ground floor.
Okay.
Parang gallery studio niya. In-offer sa akin.
Oo.
Sabi ko,
Na you can rent it out.
I can rent it out.
Okay.
So sabi ko, this is it. Kasi ground floor.
Oo.
The whole ground floor. And then may sariling banyo and all that.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oo.
So we stayed there. That's the first Edge of Light studio in Makati. We were there for 10 years.
Okay. But you were leasing out the floor.
We were leasing out the floor.
Okay. So no other photographers can use that unless.
No.
Okay.
So doon nangyari lahat ng magic ng between 2000 to 2005. That's like the peak of everything.
Okay. And then paano ka napunta sa glossy life or glossy category of celebrities? Kasi syempre, when you are starting out as a photographer, parang you work with models and talents, not necessarily celebrities right away, di ba? Pero how were you able to penetrate that world? Kasi ibang level yun eh.
Oh, so nung time nila June De Leon, nila Raymond Isaac, nila Ronnie, lahat yan parang kung maalala mo yung photography style na para silang American photography.
Okay.
I call it American photography.
Anong American photography?
I'm not sure if you remember Herb Ritz.
Sorry.
Google niya. Herb Ritz. Yan ang mga nagsushoot ng Vogue,
Okay.
ng Vanity Fair, ng Rolling Stone.
Okay. Gets. Okay, na-gets ko na yung pakiramdam.
So, yun yung style nila. And then, alam mo yung clean portrait, black and white.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
Alam mo yung mga American photography nung
Okay.
Rolling Stones.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
White background, blah, blah, blah. Di ba? Tapos, so parang sobrang linis eh. Parang gugwapo lahat, glossy lahat ng ano, di ba?
Oo.
And then, one day, parang sabi I was shooting already for SM.
Okay.
Lahat ng ads ng SM was
Under you na.
under me.
Under Edge of Light.
Oo. So, ang SM is one of the major advertisers ng mga fashion magazine.
Yes.
So they have to promote their in-house designers. Sila Lulu Tangan,
Yes.
sila Tonichi Nokum, so lahat ng mga masters na designers.
Yes.
Wala pang Raho Laurel noon, wala pang Francis Liberan, wala pa noon. So these are the masters.
Yes.
So they have to feature them.
Okay.
So I was shooting a girl. Parang I was shooting this model, German ata siya. And then yung shoot ko sa kanyang portfolio, nagland sa SM. Nagland sa SM. Sabi ganun, mukhang pang SM tong ano na to ah. Kasi medyo bluish.
Okay.
May colored lights.
May buga ng blue. Okay.
So medyo SM blue to. Tapos, edgy.
Yes.
That's different from itong clean
American photography.
It's very European.
Okay.
Nagustuhan ng mga designer kasi nga, mukhang Paris, mukhang shot in Milan.
Tama.
Pwede bang pahanap tong photographer na to?
Hanep, wala pa social media na eh.
Wala pa. So they found me. So I started shooting for SM.
Okay.
So when I was shooting for SM, all the ads ng SM, parang nagustuhan ng mga taga-Mega. Una yung Mega eh. Sino nag-shoot nito? We have our photographer. And then they contacted me. Can you shoot this editorial? And then Mega, meron silang men's magazine Forward.
Yes.
Meron silang meron silang teen magazine. And then so happens na yung isang fashion stylist ng Summit,
okay,
who handles Preview, Cosmo, Yes, and eventually FHM, is my classmate.
Nung college?
Nung college.
Okay.
Sabi niya, Sander, ko ba nagsushoot nitong SM? Kasi meron kaming advertorial eh. SM wants to shoot with us, pero wala kaming photographer. Ikaw ba? Sabi ko, oo ka. Sabi niya lahat.
So, doon ka nagsimula, doon sa Summit?
Sa Summit. Hanggang maging Summit baby na ako.
Correct.
So,
paano yung mega side?
I still shoot the SM ads for Mega.
Okay.
Kasi hindi pwedeng...
Tama, oo nga.
Wala silang in-house photographer.
Oo nga.
Wala silang ano. So it's just me and Raymond Isaac who shoots for SM. So, kumbaga, kung hindi pwede si Raymond, it's just the two of us going back and forth.
So that's how your magazine...
it's through SM.
Career...
Di ba? Parang weird, di ba? Parang dapat...
Baliktad, di ba? Dapat magazine muna and then corporate, di ba? Ngayon, nag-SM ka muna, saka ng magazine, di ba? Okay. So parang ikaw ba yung nagsimula ng colored lighting revolution nung time na yun? Kasi ngayon, 2024, 2025, uso yan eh, mga Samsung ads, talagang neon lights, everything. Pero parang apparently you've been doing it for like 20 years already. So ikaw, tingin
actually,
mo ikaw
nung there's nga, parang ang issue nung Preview editorial staff or yung Summit editorial staff, na they consulted parang a veteran fashion photographer. Sabi niya, ba't ang dili mag-shoot nitong photographer nyo? Di ba? And then the staff, the editorial staff, showed the BTS shot. Sabi niya, sir, actually, he was using almost 12 lights.
Talaga? Okay. Pero talagang yung exposure, the composition, yun lang talaga ilabas, no?
Medyo edgy talaga siya.
Correct.
And then I was tasked to shoot inside the bank of a Bolt and to do a fashion editorial inside the Bolt bank.
Yeah.
So, syempre medyo, paano susutin to? Di ba? Puro reflection na metal, ganyan.
Correct.
Pag sinut mo lang siya ng one light na
flat,
di ba? Parang bakal, katabi ka, it's narrow. nilawan ko ng puro gel. Ibang klase to.
Iba rin, di ba? So parang talagang pinaglaro mo, no? Binasag mo talaga yung rules of...
Exactly. So, because I know it technically, because of my product, training na technical na puro 4x5 and all that lighting. But we use 20 lights para lang dun sa relo na yon.
Mismo.
So, parang nung nagko-comment yung consultant na parang, sabihin mo magdagdag siya ng ilaw. Hindi 12 na po yung ilaw na ginagamit niya.
Alam niyo po yung ginagawa niya.
Alam niyo yung ginagawa niya.
Tama. Naalala ko ngayon nung while I was browsing your book, yung X, di ba? Talagang yung type of photography na you were doing in that book, talagang yun nga tama ang sinabi mo, parang edgy talaga di ba? And parang kulang nga yung term na edgy. Talagang non-conformist Parang gano'n, di ba? Talagang pinaglaruan mo lang talaga yung ilaw.
Uso talaga nun what we call avant-garde.
That time, di ba?
Yun yung word dati. Di ba? Avant-garde.
Correct.
Kumbaga kailangan.
Kaya siguro you paved the way also dun sa mga non-traditional way of shooting, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero syempre rin, di ba? Parang, I guess, since the celebrities or the glossies were so used to the usual way of shooting editorials, tumingin sila sa'yo na parang, oy, iba to parang I wanna work with him.
Fresh.
O diba? Parang kahit na binasag yung rule, fresh idea, fresh mind, fresh eyes yung...
Saka dati, alam mo yung uso ng mga hip-hop?
Yes.
MTV, di ba?
Correct.
Yung parang wide angle. Bro, walang nagwa-wide angle sa fashion ed dahil nagmumukhang distorted yung mukha ng celebrity and they don't want that.
Correct. Pero na-prove mo na maganda, di ba?
Ako,
yun ang gawin natin.
Ayun ang gawin natin. Kung ano yung hindi nila ginagawa, yun ang gagawin natin.
Mismo. Hayop talaga yung ginawa mo ng pare. Mismo yan. Ano yung mga magazines na you would say really help shape your career? Kasi, sigunahan na kita, pag sinabing FHM before, Sandra Angeles yan di ba?
Unang-una Cosmo.
Okay.
Cosmo baby ako
Okay.
So, I work with Mirza Season for the longest time and then the editorial stuff. And also Preview. No? Si Leah Puyat nung time na yun. So, and they're really parang, alam mo yun, parang very encouraging na, sige, anong style mo? And then, syempre, makikita naman nila dun sa, kasi dati walang digital Paghatak mo ng first Polaroid, kailangan maganda na.
Mismo. Okay.
Paghatak mo ng Polaroid, saka ka mag-shoot ng 10 shot.
Tama.
10 shot lang Di ka, ngayon kasi, 1,000 shots.
Mismo.
Parang hindi pa maligaya yung art director. Eto, isang Polaroid, approve na nila.
Then,
saka ka mag-shoot ng iba-ibang pose.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct.
And then you only limited one roll per damit.
Okay. Ganon, no? Ganon yung process.
Ganon lang. No? Ganon ka-precise.
Mismo.
So if you don't know what you're doing, wala. So it's a handful of people na pwedeng maggumawa lang nun. There are only handful of advertising and fashion photographer nung year 2000.
Tama no? Parang, actually nung I was talking to, yung mga nauna rin sa akin sa film production, na nag-shoot ng commercials using film. Ganon din, na talagang, kaya konti or handful lang din yung directors and DOPs back then. Kasi nga, super science, di ba? Na you have to be a creative. May science pa. Di ba? Expensive magkamali. So, hindi madaling, let's venture into this new guy. And then I think, di ba? Mahirap di ba? Parang doon na tayo safety muna. Na parang, di ba? Kasi masyadong costly.
Very costly.
Very, very costly.
Saka mahal ang models before.
Okay. Ngayon, maraming models ngayon.
Mahal ang models before, bro. Yung talent fees ng models before are at par ng mga celebrities.
Okay.
Kasi it's the era of the supermodels
Tama.
Mahal.
Ano yung mga when you were starting out, bro, ano yung mga unang na-experience mo na challenges or deterrents sa pag-pursue mo ng photography? Kasi parang sabi mo, di ba nagsimula ka nga na wala kang camera, wala kang studio, pero you feel like, naman, ikaw yung nag-run ng studio already, di ba? Pero wala kang camera. So, how did you manage to, cross that big ball of challenge sa harap mo?
You have to marry the right person.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just so happy na I'm so lucky to have a partner na magaling sa pera.
Correct.
Gastador ako, Brad eh. Ano ako eh. Alam mo yun, rock and roll.
Yes.
Rock and roll ako, tattoo artist, mountaineer, layas, ganun. Na creative, na parang I cannot be contained in one place. So, buti na lang, I was lucky enough to find I found my wife.
Yes.
Na total opposite of me.
Yes.
So, meron siyang system dun sa aming little na iipon. So, we were able to save for equipment. May tinatabi for the car.
Yes.
And then, eventually, nagplano kami kung paano kami magka-baby.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Swerte ko talaga. Sobrang swerte ko sa asawa ko.
Magaling.
Even if I'm in my line of work.
Yes.
Diba?
Correct.
So, imaginein mo that I've been shooting three editorials in a day. I come home late at night and then she's also working.
Right.
And all of that. She manages the back end.
Right.
Diba?
Medyo superwoman nga rin.
Superwoman. So, malaking part si Che.
Yes.
Sa Edge of Light.
I remember when I was still apprenticing with you and then I was in Edge of Light, siya yung voice of reason eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Parang kapag parang may konting problema, Miss Che, nasan po kayo bukas? Pwede po ba kayo makausap? Sige pa. Ano problema? Tapos pupunta siya sa studio.
Right.
Kahit na wala siyang gagawin doon, pupunta siya to talk to me. Kahit mga 10 minutes lang. And then magkakape na siya after. Parang ganun, di ba? So, yeah, shout out to Miss Che. Thank you so much for everything. Pero tama ka. Nung time mo ba when you were starting out, meron ba mga parang nag-gatekeep ng industry na parang, syempre may mga nauna sa'yo eh, di ba?
No.
Wala naman.
I was lucky na wala kasi akong kasabay. Kumbaga, everybody's like 10 years older than me. Wala akong kasabay eh.
Na pumasok, no?
Wala. Ako lang. Wala.
Tapos yung mga next, after you na. Kumbaga parang may nauna, Sander, and the next batch.
I'm the last. After 10 years pa, bago nagkaroon ng second batch, these are the digital photographers.
So, parang, would you say ikaw na yung last film photographer na nasa fashion talaga? Sort of? Hanip. Hanip pala yun.
Kaya sila nakapasok.
Kasi digital.
Na.
Hanip.
And I'm the last advertising photographer to switch to digital.
Okay. Kasi iba naiwan na sa film talaga. Naging pure film photographers talaga.
Merong mga... Hindi, marami na nag-switch to digital.
Okay.
I didn't wanna... Kasi ano ko eh. Alam mo, sabi ko nga sa'yo, loyal ako eh.
Gets.
Loyal ako eh. Kumbaga, ayoko magbago ng sistema, ayoko magbago ng ano.
Okay.
So, pero requirement na mag-digital. So, I had to
right.
switch to digital.
Kumpara mo yung discipline, bro. Kasi ako, nagsimula rin ako digital na, di ba? I started 2010, 2011. Obviously, Canon 550D na gamit ko noon, di ba? Digital na. Kayo, nagsimula kayong film na talagang sukat, yung ilaw, ganyan-ganyan. Wala yung click, yung exposure, Photoshop na lang yan. Walang ganun, di ba? Kumpara mo yung disiplina. Nakatulong ba na galing kang film? Kaya sobrang dali ng digital? Sige, kwento mga brother kung anong
So, sa amin kasi, yung unang shot mo has to be perfect.
Yes.
If you don't know what you're doing, yung first Polaroid mo, tatapon mo.
Yes.
That's $100. Natatapon mo lang.
And ang 100 pesos back then,
it's a lot.
Diba? Malaki yun, no?
Oo. So, parang...
sweldo mo na nga yun dati.
So, parang ang ano is, parang every shot has to be perfect. Saka wala pang Photoshop.
Correct.
Walang retouching. Retouching. Kung ano yung lumabas doon na...
Yun na yun.
That's why all the supermodels, kaya sila supermodels, because they're perfect.
Okay.
Diba?
Tama.
Diba? The right proportion, the right skin, fresh, ganda ng hair, marunong gumalaw. They don't waste your film.
Correct. Kaya malaki talent fee.
Talent fee.
Supermodels nga.
Supermodel. So yun yung difference. Ngayon kasi parang, okay, you have 1,000 options.
Correct. Galaw-galaw ka lang. Burst shoot. Kota isa. Correct. Tama.
So that I miss those days na parang, well, you don't have to shoot all of these options kasi meron naman tayong
Yung gusto
sinusundan
talaga
sinusundan na direksyon eh.
Tama.
Parang and then they don't even use it.
Tama.
Kasi babagsak pa rin dun sa unang agreement
na ito yung gusto natin.
Ito lang yung lalabas sa billboard.
Alin yung discipline sa film photography na you think is the most important na bit-bitin sa digital age?
I think it's being precise and being... Kaya nagtataka sila, ba't ang linis nung shoots mo? Sabi, ang ganda ng camera mo, sabi sa akin ng client.
Nako, hindi po sa camera yan.
Sabi ko, eto po.
Yan, no?
10 po yung ilaw natin.
Yan,
Sa ilaw po yan.
Yan, hindi mo
sa camera.
Mismo.
Ang linis, sabi ko, ang ganda ng quality. Parang di na namin kaya i-retouch. Sabi ko, that's the point.
Yan,
That's the point na out from raw,
yes,
no? Fresh out of the camera.
Mismo.
Yun na yun. I-approve mo na yan.
Mismo. Share ko lang sa mga sa audience also. Kasi parang may mga projects ako na si Sander yung print leg and then ako yung sa TV commercials. Minsan nagkakasabay kami set. And then, minsan, pag nag-shooting kami ng eksena, tumatabi sa akin Sander. Kasi katabi niya ako sa monitors. Bubulungan niya ako. Direct, yung ilaw dito ang konti. Ayusin mo ng konti. Pucha, yung mga hindi ko nakikita, pero dahil sobrang precise si Sander, na nakikita pa niya yun. So minsan, cut. Teka. Yung hair, sumukhang sa akin galing yung comment niya. Pero sa totoo lang, si Sander nakakita ng mga errors niya. Kasi sobrang trained ng mata niya sa beauty, especially when we're doing mga celebrity projects. So, nakakatawa lang na even until ngayon, talaga yung mata mo pare super trained talaga. So, galing. Kasi ngayon, pare, ang bata na ng mga photographers, ang dami ng photographers ngayon, di ba? Yung influx ng, sabi mo kanina, Instagram photographers, may na-encounter pa ako before, yung parang, don't you know who I am? Sorry, hindi po familiar eh. Haven't you seen my Instagram feed? Yung gano'n na lang sila eh, talagang look at my Instagram, I'm a natural light photographer. Di ba? Ganyan na, diba? Ang dami ng categories. Hindi ka ba nalunod? Na kasi parang ang daming photographers ngayon, ang daming people, since very accessible ang cameras, di ba? Like, hindi na ganun kamahal, or may mahal pa rin, pero hindi na siya alienating eh. Talagang there's a camera for everyone eh, di ba? Phone nga, may camera na, di ba? Hindi ka ba nalunod na sa sobrang dami ng gustong gawin yung ginagawa mo, fashion photography, even advertising, na parang na-move aside na si Sander and then they're venturing into...
Very good question.
Eventually to the younger one. So, how do you traverse that category?
Sa akin kasi parang ang swerte pa rin namin dahil nga because we've established yung brand ng Edge of Light na even nung COVID, di ba nung COVID? Parang walang may shoot.
Yes.
Wala. Shutdown lahat.
Yes.
Sabing ganun, essential lang.
Yes.
Essential lang. But we were shooting every day. Di ba? Parang,
buti ka pa.
Di ba sabi namin na parang, wow. Parang, yun yung legacy na iano namin. Na
build.
If you're to choose from a handful of people to do your campaign in this kind of time ng ang tawag dito nung COVID season na essential lang.
Yes.
They always call us.
Correct.
They know that we're gonna deliver. They know they don't have to be in the studio with us to execute.
Correct.
They don't need to parang micromanage us. They trust us enough na okay, we'll give you the budget, produce this.
Alam na ni Sander yan.
Tama. Yun yung nag-prove sa akin na kasi before COVID, dami talagang digital photographers,
yes.
diba? Dami ng content creator, marami ng influencer. Pero after nun, wala na lahat eh.
Nag-shift. Oo, tama.
Di ba?
Oo.
Ang naging influencer nun, mga content creator are all food.
Correct. Oo.
Pero walang nag-shoot ng advertising.
Tama.
It's just a handful. Not two hands, a handful.
One hand lang talaga. Kasya sa 5 to.
Di ba? Kumbaga parang sa amin, parang wow, blessed. Kasi kami pa rin yung pinagkakatiwalaan. Kaya maraming tumiklop din na studio during the...
Marami talaga.
Di ba?
Very humbling yung nangyari.
Very humbling.
Nung COVID talaga.
So, buti na lang, we have our own studio na we can shoot anytime.
Right.
Di ba? Hindi mo kailangan mag-rent, hindi mo kailangan
This was your studio in Kamuning?
No, in Jamboree na.
Jamboree na. Ito na yung bagong building, no?
Ito na yung bagong building na black.
Okay. Ano yung mga
sa akin, just to answer
sige.
your question, no?
Sige.
Sa akin kasi parang for some reason, it was just my perspective, naswerte ako lagi. I'm just grateful for everything that happened to my career, good or bad publicity, good publicity, and all that. Kasi it's a learning experience every time I work eh.
I understand.
So sa akin, parang when you say na wala bang blocks, wala bang sa akin parang we're here. We're still one of the top choice, 'di ba? Sa mga parang I think we're doing a great job.
Correct.
For the last 30 years.
Correct. Alam mo, sobrang importante niya kasi alam mo, as creatives, hindi imposibleng maging impersonal yung work sa atin eh. Talagang when we do work, medyo personal level yun. Kasi syempre creative juice mo, that's your quote-unquote art eh, di ba? And then syempre, tayo, sometimes we get hired, sometimes we don't get hired. Sometimes clients would prefer another artist over you, and ang hirap sabihin na okay lang yun, mas magaling siya eh. Sometimes our artistic egos are hurt because of those choices. And I think right now, you're so at peace with whatever's happening in your journey.
Right.
Paano mo na-achieve yung ganyang zen, pare? Kasi parang kailangan namin mga matutunan yan eh. Paano mo, kunyari natalo ka sa bidding, natalo ka sa isang project, di ba? Or minsan panalo ka.
Don't get me wrong,
Oh.
Sumasama pa rin loob ko.
Correct.
Especially pag merong creative treatment na pinitch.
Mismo.
Tapos, at the end of the day, ginagaya lang pala nung brand yung treatment
It happens talaga.
Parang akin yung frame na yan.
So how do you deal with that?
Okay, kumbaga, I've been there, done that. Parang sa akin, okay lang. It's not for you. Kasi ganito yun eh. Sa akin, parang, if an artist, if you, kunyari, hindi mo pwedeng, ito lagi sinasabi ko sa mga estudyante namin, especially those who train under us, na there's always a market for you.
Okay.
There's always a market, there's always a segment for you. Hindi ka pwedeng pumunta dun sa, I just wanna shoot this.
Yes.
I just wanna shoot this. Gusto ko lang celebrity lang.
Okay.
Gusto ko lang ito lang. Ayan. Pwede mo yan i-manifest. Diba? Pwede mo i-manifest.
Pwede.
Pero, hindi mo pwedeng pilitin.
Okay.
Hindi mo pilitin. Hindi mo pwedeng, i-manifest mo siya. You have to work hard on it. But if it's not yours, meaning it's not the right market.
Galing.
Ano ba? Parang ako, alam ko yung market ko eh.
Tama.
Lahat ng mga FHM boys, lahat ng mga
yes.
nag-college nung 2000
Kami
hanggang
yun.
2010,
Kami yun.
nagmamano sa akin.
Yes.
Sir,
Kami yun.
kayo po yung nag-prove ng pagkalalaki namin.
Mismo.
Diba? Nagmamano pa yung iba eh. Diba? Parang, alam ko yung market ko eh.
Yes.
Kumbaga. And I don't have to change that.
Yes.
And there's always a market for that.
Correct.
Even if the market changes or the trend changes, there's always a market for you,
Tama.
storytellers, or your brand film,
yes.
the way you shoot it, there's always a market for that.
Right.
Hindi mawawala yun.
Lumalaki, lumiliit, but there's always
There's
that
a
piece of the pie.
There's always, ang laki ng pie.
Correct.
You don't have to be greedy. You don't have to have everything in the market. Even if nakaya mo. I'm in the stage na
Tama ka.
naging greedy na ako dati.
Tama
Yung
ka.
buong EDSUP, it's my portfolio. Lahat ng billboard in one time, 2003 to 2005. From Monumento to Baclaran, lahat ng billboard doon akin.
Hayop ka.
Hindi nila alam.
Hanap yun.
Magkakalaban. Di ba?
Tama.
Globe,
Smart.
Smart,
Yeah.
Tanduay, Ginebra, San Miguel.
Yeah.
Parang ganun, di ba?
Hayop.
Di ba?
Oo.
So,
Hanep.
parang masyado na akong blessed. Kumbaga, hindi ko kailangan maging greedy.
Okay.
That's why I started apprenticing, training people.
Correct.
Kasi you have to share that blessing eh.
Tama.
Di ba? You have to, di ba? Parang hindi mo naman kayang...
Yun yung I guess kailangan matutunan, I would say, ng younger generation or at least the next generation na parang, tama eh, you don't need to be everything. You can try to aim for everything first, and then once you learn which category you belong to or kung saan ka pinaka-comfortable or kung saan yung tinatanggap ka ng market, doon ka mag-thrive, di ba? Para at least hindi kayo yung tipong you're barking on the wrong tree, di ba? And then, dito pala, kailangan ka pala dito, pero pinipilit mo yung sarili mo sa kabila, di ba? Parang, tama ka.
Saka tribo-tribo yan eh.
Tama, oo nga.
Tribo-tribo yan. So,
Yeah,
they have their own people, their own community. And then I have my own community.
Yes.
I already built my community for the last 20 years.
You're right.
So they're loyal as I am to
Correct.
them. Diba?
Correct.
That's why there are a lot of brands that still trust me.
Correct.
Even if I shoot a lot of sexy girls.
Yeah.
Diba? Sabihin mo natin, mag-shoot ako ng Viva Max. Pero ako pa rin nag-shoot ng Viva One.
Yes, tama.
Ako pa rin nag-shoot ng Viva Films.
Correct.
Di ba? Kahit na nag-shoot ako ng Viva Max. Kasi di ba? It's a matter of, I trust this, I trust this studio.
Yes.
Because I already built that. No? Hindi ko na kailangan parang, I don't have to prove myself.
You mentioned a while ago na you're now, or well, hindi naman you're now, pero you're open to getting apprentices, di ba?
Yeah.
You open doors to the younger generations, yung gusto matuto sa'yo. Paano mo nakikitaan ng potential yung isang aspiring photographer? Like, do you ask for their portfolio or do you assess them based on their attitude, outlook sa life? Saan mo siya tinitignan muna?
So, ang daming nag-apprentice sa akin, ang daming nag-apply. Rich kids, and then even yung mga parents, magkano ko ba magturo? Magkano ba araw mo to teach my kid how to light like you?
Hanep.
Di ba? Parang, bibilin mo ako. Sabi ko, magtayo na lang po kayo ng studio. Ito po yung listahan ng
Kailangan nyo.
Kailangan nyo. Ito na.
Tama.
Magaling naman yung anak mo eh. Di ba? Ba't mo kailangan? Hindi mo na ako kailangan. Ito po yung brochure ng Broncolor.
Mismo. Tama.
Ito, bilhin yung camera.
Tama.
Hindi mo ko kailangan bilhin. Ang sa akin kasi, it's really about loyalty.
Okay.
Loyalty. Kasi sa akin parang, I'll be the, loyal ako eh.
Yes.
Kumbaga, I've been friends with all my friends for the last 10 years. Ngayon, pero ayoko nang mag-invest ng dugot pawis to people that will just leave us for, di ba, parang...
I think I know what you're saying.
Parang, okay, I've done that. And then, they're all number ones ngayon, di ba?
Yes.
Pero parang sa akin, parang, okay, it's not about the skills. Kasi I can teach you the skills.
Yes.
I can teach you the technical skills.
Yes.
But I won't be able to teach you how to deal with stress.
Right.
How to deal with the clients.
Right.
How to be nice to the clients. You have to be naturally nice.
Correct.
Or be able to handle egos from... Di ba? Kung di mo kaya yan,
Tama.
hindi ko matuturo yun sa'yo.
Oo.
Puputok ka.
Mismo.
Kasi sobrang stressful ng
sobrang stressful ng industry, bro. Especially you're handling different egos, different creative people. Lahat yan talagang strong personalities di ba? So you have to be somewhat in control.
Right.
At the same time, you thread that world carefully without stepping onto other people's, di ba,
Totoo.
toes. So, you're right. So, parang ano muna, attitude first before
Attitude first.
skills. Kasi, like everything else, skills can be taught. Sa YouTube nga, pwede ka na mag-YouTube how to light a portrait.
Read the manual.
Di ba? Yun na yun eh. Yun na lang yun eh, di ba?
Ano ba gamitin tong camera to?
Yeah, read
May
the
manual po.
Correct. Okay. And then now, photography, alam natin na you're the master in photography already. You're the master in terms of advertising, fashion, editorial, the whole camera works, di ba? Ano nang ginagawa mong sa buhay? Aside from shooting, aside from managing your studio, what else are you venturing on now?
Hindi, maraming di kasi alam nila photographer ako. But during the peak of the career,
You're still at your peak naman.
parang you got the MTV Fashion Photographer of the Year, Best Director MTV Asia, blah, blah, blah. 2005 yan. What's next, diba? That's next. And then, production houses.
Okay.
Was able to parang, pwede ka rin parang mag-direct. Sige, in-house kita. Padala kita sa New York. Aral ka ng filmmaking.
Sarap naman nun. Talaga ba?
Yes.
Ngayon, hindi na pinapadala sa ganun eh. Sana pala. Inubutan ko yun, oo.
So, yung dating Rhythm and News, sent me to New York to further study filmmaking. Yun pa lang yung advent ng digital.
Correct.
Wala pa dati, di ba? Kasi film pa nga yung unang akong music video na with Slapshot was film under Mowell Fund, Larry Manda. Film yun.
Nananalo ng award, di ba?
Ng award. So, sabi ko, okay, why not? And then, I studied film in New York. And then, while I was studying film, sabi ko, kailangan ko rumakit. Hindi ako pwede mag-aral na after school, wala na akong ginagawa.
Yes.
So the film school, meron ding acting school.
Okay.
So I started, yung mga model, yung mga mga actors doon, parang, you're a photographer, what's your,
Yes.
Shucks, ano ba dati?
Friendster ba yan?
Hindi, bro.
YM? Ano ba yan?
Hindi. Oh, fuck. Yung mas music.
SoundCloud?
Hindi.
Multiply? Music, social media before?
Oh, social media before.
Multiply,
Patay na siya ngayon.
Tumblr?
Hindi. Hindi photography, social media. Motherfucker.
Di ko-
MySpace.
MySpace. Yeah.
MySpace, di ba?
what's your
So,
MySpace?
lahat ng Amerikano nasa MySpace.
Uh,
Di ba? Lahat ng creatives MySpace.
Yes.
Yung mga ordinary nasa Facebook. Pero MySpace. Di ba? That was a cool thing before. Lahat ng mod nandun. MySpace. So, what's your MySpace? You're a photographer. Can you take my
set card.
my face card? Ganyan. Okay. How much would you pay me? $200, $300.
Let's do it.
Isang oras ka lang ito gagawin. Not
Mismo.
bad, di ba? O
Mismo.
sige, pila kayo dyan. Sa apartment ko sa New York, shoot ako, tayo ako ng Putang ina. Laki ng kinikita ko in the day,
Pwede.
Putang ina, 4,000, not bad. 4,000 for
For a day's work.
a day's work. Putang kalating milyon.
Oo, mismo. Mismo.
Diba?
Oo, in a day.
Di ba, in a day, shit. Okay. Habang nag-aaral ako, shoot ako ng shoot. Putang ganda lumaki yung, this guy introduced me to a brand. This guy, mga actors. Meron akong we have this and that. Let's shoot it. Mamaya, we're shooting 20,000, 30,000, hanggang 50,000 campaigns.
Worth of campaigns.
Weight of campaigns in New York. Sabi ko, ayoko na mag-filmmaking.
Balik ko sa photography, pare. Correct.
So, tumagal ako doon. 6 months doon, 6 months dito. Shoot ako dito ng campaigns. Lahat ng hair product ako gumagawa. Nag-shoot din ako ng commercial. I was shooting Red Bull. I was shooting Motorola. I was shooting all that. So, film and photos. Sabay. Well, I was like ferrying from New York, 6 months doon, 6 months dito. So, hinihintay nila ako. Pagdating ko dito, nakakasa na yung mga project.
Galing.
Pagdating doon, shoot din ako. Tapos nag-aaral ako.
Nag-aaral ka ba talaga?
Nag-aaral naman.
Okay.
Binayaran ko naman, nabayaran ko naman, naibalik ko naman dun sa production house yung
Tama.
investment nila.
Tama.
What's next, di ba? Parang laging ang tanong what's next? Pelikula na ba?
Oo nga.
Pelikula na ba?
Nag-venture ka ba sa pelikula?
Ay, nag-DOP ako kay Brillante Mendoza.
Hindi ko to alam.
So Brillante Mendoza
Oh.
is my production designer on all my commercial.
Sobrang di ko to alam, pare.
Pare ko, PD si Direk.
Hanep, di ko to alam O, sige.
PD yun. PD siya. So lahat ng commercial ko, siya lang.
Okay.
Siya lang pwedeng humawak ng ano ko. PD siya. So yung unang-unang yung pelikula, Masahista, ni Coco Martin, sabi niya, Direk, baka pwede mo namang kunan si Coco. Sige, ako gagawa ng poster. Support.
Okay.
So bago siya yun ang ano niya.
Yeah.
Yun ang ano niya. Diba?
Alam ko nga doon siya nagsimula Si Coco sa Masahista nagsimula, di ba? So you worked with Coco
Ako
pala
nag-shoot
for
nun.
that project. Okay.
Ako nag-shoot nun. So hindi pa si Coco.
Yes.
Hindi pa si Brillante. Dante Mendoza pa siya.
Mismo.
Dante Mendoza.
Dati.
Bago siya naging
Brillante.
Cannes
Yeah.
director.
Tama.
So he asked me to mag-DOP sa isa niyang film. Si Kihor.
Okay.
Angel Aquino. So ang first shooting day namin, bro. Sex scenes.
Kagad. Okay.
Sex scene agad.
Welcome.
Oo. Tapos sabi nung production house, Direk, meron tayong mas malaking project. Pwede mo palitan ka na lang ni Odi Flores. Kasi meron tayong nakalinya na 4 na project. Pull out ka namin dyan kasi sayang. Okay. So yun. So si Odi ang
tumuloy.
ang credited na DOP nun.
Pero day one nagpalit na.
Day 1 pa lang.
Okay. Schedule lang
Schedule lang. Hawak. Sila rin yung producer nung
So parang
pelikula.
pwede naman.
Pwede naman.
Ano sabi ni Direk Dante?
Okay naman.
Okay lang.
We have a good working relationship.
Kasi Odi naman yun Kumbaga parang full of rin yun, diba?
Right.
Okay.
So kaya si Odi yung naging favorite na DOP ni
Okay.
Kasi ako nagde-direct na. Hindi na ako makabalik sa pagiging DOP.
Right.
So ngayon, lahat ng commercial ko, si Odi ang DOP ko, si Brillante Mendoza ang PD ko.
Right.
Yun yung dream team dati.
Pare, based sa kwento mo lang kasi I'm sure nung time na yun, hindi pa uso yung term na to. Pero parang, ikaw ba yung unang naging hybrid shooter, bro? Kasi parang photographer and filmmaking, pinagsama mo together. Kasi yung uso yun Parang lahat ng mirrorless cameras ngayon
Right.
can do photos and videos. Very capable.
Right.
Pero ikaw, parang 10, 15 years ago, you're tackling
20
both
years
already,
ago.
pare, di ba? So parang paano yun? Parang hindi ka ba, Hindi ba naging challenging sa'yo? Parang, si Sander, ano ba siya? Photographer ba siya? Director ba siya?
Actually, yun yung tanong ng mga production people. Actually, natanggap na naman ng mga production houses na I can do both.
Okay.
It's not, pero namimili lang sila, do you wanna do the print or just the video?
Not both.
Not both. Oo. So, actually, ngayon lang naman nauso yung you have to do both.
Correct.
So, there's just also a handful of people that can do both.
Yes.
No? You can do pretty good quality videos and a high-end print production.
Yes.
Parang ganon. Diba?
Yes.
So, medyo na-niche din namin yun with Edge of Light na we can do both. But, namimili lang kami ng clients to do that.
Tama. Not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
So ngayon pare, what's next na? What's next for Edge of Light? Or what's next for Sander? Now that I think you've pretty much done everything in that whole spectrum, di ba? So ano nang next for you, bro?
There are a couple of things na pwede nating na pwede na medyo nag-offer, no? To do art and I already done a lot of parang a couple of artworks. It's a mixed media work.
Okay.
And they wanna iba rin yung output. Kakaiba rin.
Okay.
It's not your regular photography naka-frame.
Ito ka na naman, pare. Babasagin mo na naman yung mundo.
Iba, parang ganun.
Sige.
So,
And wala pa nakakita na to?
wala pa.
Okay.
Wala pa
Abangan
nakakita.
namin yan.
So, hopefully, it was parang niluluto na namin siya for the last 2 years. Hopefully matapos. Tapos na yung artworks.
Okay.
It's just a matter of producing the art,
actual
the actual art.
Okay. Galing.
So, okay din siya. It's really parang reflects my parang brand.
Oo.
Not brand, parang it's just me.
Oo.
Kasi parang ang tawag nga sa akin ni Tim Yap dati, or parang you're the bridge between gold and the gutter.
Galing.
Sabi ko, oh shit, ang ganda nun
Yung grit and glamour.
Di ba?
Ikaw yun
parang,
diba?
Parang you can shoot the rock stars and you can shoot the high-end models and all the top stars.
Yes.
Parang, but I can work with yung mga rock and roll.
Mismo.
Rock and roll lang, di ba?
Mismo.
So parang, I think that's me.
Tama.
That's between the gold and the gutter.
Galing. Maraming salamat, brother. Salamat sa oras. Salamat for taking time and, joining us in this episode. So, we've learned a lot. Hopefully, you guys as well. Ayun, maraming salamat, brother.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you, pare. Salamat. Good to see you always. And at least this time, hindi tayo sa set nakita. Diba? Nakita tayo sa isang kwentuhan. Ang dahil ko palang hindi alam sa'yo. And for the really long time, alam ko naman, I have an idea on how you started and where you are and where you are now. Pero, galing pala ng journey mo, bro. Medyo na-inspire ako on how you did
Mahaba ang journey.
everything. Galing. So, maraming salamat ulit, pare.
Thank you, Direk.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you were able to learn something from this episode. Do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media pages. There are so much more episodes to watch out for, and see you on the next one.